We are the brothers Pab. The brothers Pab. We are the brothers Pab.
The pool cue always makes me think of The Dark Knight. Whenever the Joker breaks the pool cue in half, and he's like, "We've only got one spot open, so there's going to be tryouts." It's so good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think I read online that he was going to reprise that character in The Dark Knight Rises, but
Really?
obviously he couldn't. I think just for like a cameo or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Maybe for a small part.
Shit, that would have been enough.
Yeah.
I'd have taken it.
Seriously.
Yeah, that's just... that's such a hard thing to beat. Like...
It's so good. Episode 1, The Phantom Menace.
I was just thinking that. This is gonna be the bad one, so... I don't know, like, as bad as those movies are now, like, to me now, they came out at a time that was actually really influential for the world of Star Wars for me. Like, it got me into Star Wars more.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I liked Star Wars, but, you know, like, the older movies, as special as they are to me, I still don't think they hold up probably as well as everyone really gives them credit for.
Yeah.
Not to say that they're bad, but they're maybe just not as good as, you know, you remember them being.
Right.
And Phantom Menace came out, and I was still a kid. What year did that come out?
I was about to ask that. What year did that come out?
I'm actually gonna look that up just so I can be accurate for once. 1999, so I was 10 years old.
1999. I was 13.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
only 3 years older than you.
yeah. I'm old. You're older.
Thanks.
I'm just kidding. We're not old. I heard someone old the other day, in fact, be like, "I'm not in my 30s anymore." Let's just say that, like saying that he was old. I was like, really? Because I feel old. You're using 30 as if it's the young age.
Right.
But anyways, yeah, like, that movie made me fall in love with Star Wars, and, like, you know, you don't give a shit about continuity or whatever when you're a kid, you know?
Right.
So I was just like, holy shit, there's a lot of cool lightsaber fighting in this movie, and Darth Maul looks awesome, and fuck, Ewan McGregor, he looks, you know, is like one of my favorite actors, you know, all this stuff, so it was really cool.
Yeah. I mean, I was just super fan of Star Wars as a kid, so just to be able to go to the theater and see a Star Wars movie was like, it was exciting enough.
Exactly.
It didn't matter that it was like objectively bad now looking at it, you know. What year did it come out? 99?
What?
The episode
Phantom
1?
Menace? 99.
Yeah, so I mean 19 years later, 19 years later, we can look back on it and be like, that was kind of not a good movie, but at the time you're just like, fuck yeah, Star Wars, yeah, lightsabers, cool shit, yeah.
Right, exactly.
So it didn't really matter at the time. But.
Yeah. Which, you know, I'm sure, like... Which I actually... It was one of the things that I really respected about the episode 7.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like... I've got so many things going on right now, I can't remember shit, but, like... but yeah, like... When that came out, I was so fucking excited because we were getting another new Star Wars series, only I was actually a real fan of it this time, you know?
Yeah.
And I was going to get to see, well, the whole experience kind of just went by the wayside for several different reasons, but, like, when I first saw it, but, like, it was awesome. It was so fucking cool. For, like, the first hour and 10 minutes of that movie, maybe hour and a half of that movie, I was like, I had my hood up, and I had all of my peripherals blocked off. All I could see was the screen. And I was fucking in that movie more than any other movie I'd ever been in before. And
Then we should build an 8th bedroom down here.
Like like at the
Sure,
scene
I
where
do.
Ray
Otherwise
is
now.
flying the Millennium Falcon
Bruce Wayne,
through like
Bill,
away from the TIE fighters on Jakku.
Spoiler alert.
Quite an exciting
And she's flying like through
find
the
out
like
what
the
that
crashed
Batwoman
like through the crashed ship
in the
and stuff like that. I felt like I was in the Millennium Falcon with her. Like it was the weirdest, coolest fucking feeling. But I really respect what they did with that because they pulled a lot of stuff from from A New Hope. It was kind of even the same movie, but there were like there was fan service in it. It was a well-made movie. It was well written. The dialogue was good. There was nothing like that didn't specifically belong there. The characters were interesting and cool, and all of this cool shit was going on. But that's for the new generation. Like now, the new generation is gonna have like what I had with the Phantom Menace. Only they're gonna look back on it in 20 years and be like, "Yeah, that movie's still fucking awesome." You know, like
Yeah.
I saved you what I could.
It kind of followed the
so.
same formula as
Same
the
couldn't be
original
said for the
trilogy,
bar. I had to literally pry Mrs.
rather than trying to
Sabotage,
reinvent the
but
wheel
you'll be
like they were
pleased to
doing
hear
with the
everyone
Phantom
has
Menace and failing.
including Mr.
Like it just kind of
Falcon.
it followed a similar formula to A New
I
Hope,
would have
so
been tempted to be
it was
far
already
less
on the right track to
polite.
begin with. They
I'd
just had to
recommend
do little
leaving the
tweak little things
fistfights
here and there to
your
make it more
alter
interesting.
ego.
right.
Bloodstains are much harder to remove from a tuxedo.
You old lowball hanging bastards.
Thanks for
Wait,
the
what about Dragonheart? I love that movie.
And it wasn't for you.
Great
I
fucking
was worried
score.
I
One of my
put all
favorite
good
scores of
for
all
you.
time.
For the record, your father despised men like Falcone. Thought they ruined.
When was I
Robert's
on,
reputation.
what was I on drugs
back when
for?
it still had one?
It can again, Bruce. Though people like this Catwoman aren't helping. Is she new to town?
What is that,
I've seen
Bigfoot?
her before.
It's kind of blurry.
Hey, she's just a tourist. No, I already checked the codex.
Not much to find, apparently.
A few burglaries.
Well, I'll keep looking for
break-ins.
Waldo then.
Seems to lay pretty low.
You could learn a thing or two from her.
Oh, oh yeah, because I was in the movie. No, I was just super fucking excited about it. I was, man, I was there.
It's not the point. I want criminals to know I'm out there.
How could you not
Isn't
be
hiding
excited
from
about that?
anybody.
It was like,
I was talking about Bruce.
I don't know. It was the excitement of having a new Star Wars movie. Like,
No one's gonna figure it out.
I guess it's the same excitement that you had with with episodes 1, 2, and 3 because we really didn't know what it was going to be. You know, you just go in with great anticipation, and the same thing. Like you went in with great anticipation with episode 7, it just turned out to be better.
Yeah, exactly.
More than ever. You have to be careful.
You're right. You're right. I
Yeah,
should have canceled the.
it's actually kind of
I know how much
kind
pressure.
of sucked
you're
when
under.
it was good, but it was bad because like we actually got a private screening,
I know you're.
kind of
all-
like what
If we make a suit
what you
that
got
fits me,
with
we can trade places
that
some night.
movie
Though I'm
recently
not partial to
that you went to
light.
go see. I can't remember what it was. Was it the new Star Wars movie?
Yeah.
Men
Yeah.
worry.
Okay. Yeah. Well, with
It's our
the
gift and
episode
our
7, we
curse.
got a private screening
One
too.
more worry for the list.
And I didn't get to see the rolling credits at the beginning because I got in a little bit late.
Yeah.
And then,
I thought I saw Oz. It's been what?
but after that, I
20
sat
years
down and I
last time I
got
saw
into the
him.
movie. And then, like an hour and a half later,
grade school.
we were
Indeed,
dog sitting
you
at the
two were
time,
fit as thieves.
and it was this
Oswald
big dog,
took that
and
role more literally than you.
about like a half hour before the movie was over, 45 minutes, I realized I'd left a bag of M&Ms on the table.
Criminal grand slam.
Oh, yeah.
Reachable
I remember
M&Ms.
this,
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Fortunately,
I
you are.
instantly was taken out of that movie and could not think about anything other than how we were gonna get home and that fucking dog was gonna be dead and it was gonna be
Oh,
all my
boy.
fault. It was one of those giant bags of M&Ms, peanut
You think
M&Ms.
he might know something about the break?
With great anticipation comes great
Shows up around the same
responsibility.
time Oswald comes back to town. Might not be a coincidence.
Does it?
Oswald's crimes, numerous they may be, are on a
Yeah.
much
And he
smaller
had,
scale
he
than
ate that
Robin
whole
City
fucking
Hall.
bag.
He was always trouble
M&Ms.
growing up, but it's the fun kind of trouble.
I had a
Both
He was
were.
fine though.
Even though you and
when I
your
was living
master
with my
Hubble
parents,
promised to be close.
they had a beagle.
advise you to be
They had a couple of
cautious.
beagles, but one of them,
But I know you
we
can't
had
find
a.
a
My mom had
good
made a
mystery
chocolate
on
cake,
this.
and she
I'll
left
be
it.
careful. Al.
Wasn't even close to
When you
the
see
edge of the
what's become of his
counter,
park,
but it was just a little too close to the edge of the counter, even though it wasn't
Mhm.
next to it. And the beagle had like jumped up, not onto the counter, but like had its front paws on the counter and had licked the entire side of chocolate frosting off of that cake. He came in and one side of it was just like dry with no frosting. It was just like, God damn it.
Fucking Beagle.
Seriously.
Yeah, no, I learned very quickly that night, as soon as we got home and saw the empty bag of M&Ms that he had eaten and torn through, that milk chocolate is typically fine, especially for bigger dogs. But the darker the chocolate gets, the more dangerous it is. And it's mostly because of the caffeine content in darker chocolates. They're mostly afraid of the dog's heart stopping.
Oh, shit.
I always thought there was like some kind of aversion or allergy that dogs had to chocolate, but it's just, it affects them. Yeah, it's just the sugar and the caffeine. It affects them enough to where their hearts can go into cardiac arrest.
If I left my...
yeah, crazy shits.
If I left my coffee like on a table that one of our beagles could reach, it would absolutely jump up and like, I think it just wanted the creamer out of the coffee, but it would just sit there and like drink the coffee out of the cup. So
yeah,
it's good to know that it's the caffeine.
All right, I have officially not seen anything past this point, so
we're entering new territory.
Yep. New territory.
Check out this burning barrel. It's on fire.
The burning barrel's on fire?
Absolutely.
Holy shit.
If it's that cold, why didn't he wear a jacket?
Right?
Why did he wear the tightest, thinnest shirt he could find?
Because he's Bruce Wayne. He has to style over function.
Running late. Meet you by the statue.
Great.
Oz?
Oswald Cobblepot.
Statue, but...
He literally just texted you saying he's running late. Why would you think he would be there when you look at the statue?
You're supposed to be one of the smartest people on the planet.
Greatest detective ever. I'm running late. Be there in a minute. Why aren't you here already?
I don't see him anywhere. I wonder if he's running late.
Greatest detective of all time.
You fuck.
You fuck. I'm not going to talk to that guy.
Smoking man.
Like, why did he look at the shopping cart? Like, what was the point of that? It's like, hey, look, it's a shopping cart. Hey, look over here, it's another shopping cart. Maybe if I go over here, there might be another shopping cart. Like, what? He just wants to check all the graffiti. Apparently, Bruce is a big fan of graffiti.
I mean...
He's like, yeah, I can do that.
I learned some of that in high school.
Let's look at the plaque. Cobblepot Park. Oh, I can't read that. Okay.
What it used to be.
Guess I don't get to read it. More graffiti I can look at? Yay.
I was going to make a tooth joke about the plaque.
This graffiti gets a C-. A tooth joke?
Yeah. But the moment is gone.
Oh.
Yeah, he's just like marking all of the graffiti with letters.
Like, with grades.
Yeah, exactly.
C-, D+. A for effort.
Watch, wallet, cash.
No, it's spectacles, testicles, wallet, and watch.
You want me to watch my wallet and
That is-
my cash?
That blade is like half an inch long. It's not going to go anywhere.
The hell are you waiting for?
Sorry, fellas. I've got nothing.
I got nothing.
End him.
Don't you dare end me.
Whew. That guy's pretty.
Oz.
Keep walking, all right? This don't concern you, twerp.
You see, that's where you're mistaken. My old mate and I have some catching up to do. And you're ruining the moment! Come
You're
on.
ruining the moment.
Spoil those good looks.
I don't even know if I hit that in time. This game's very forgiving, it seems like.
That's good.
Oh, maybe not. Just kidding.
Yeah, no, not a good idea.
This used to be a nice place. No lives like you don't belong.
Oof. Shit.
Yeah, this game doesn't pull any punches. It's actually fairly dark.
You hear that?
I got blood all over my nice peacoat.
Hey, Bruce. You've got a little, Yeah. Good as new.
Licks it off his thumb.
You get it? You get
That
it?
was the right
Juxtaposition.
little
He
stuff,
had a little blood and he's got a
Nothing
lot of blood.
kickstarts the system like a dash
No,
of
I don't get it.
adrenaline, eh?
Okay.
Thanks for the backup.
I yanked you away from your bloody ivory tower, Bruce. Least I can do is make sure you don't get shanked.
Oh, that's very thoughtful of you.
Yeah, it's been what? 2 decades?
And you know what? I haven't.
You think
been
you would
much
recognize
worse.
somebody you haven't seen in 2 decades?
Uh,
Like if the last time you saw them was they were a child, you would be able to recognize them like 20 years later.
I can tell you definitively the answer to that question is no.
Okay.
I have seen. I went to high school with people that I hadn't seen since grade school,
for kids,
and
families.
had had literally had conversations with them, or like was standing right next to them without knowing who they were.
They were. Yeah.
Like there's this girl I used to go to school with when I was in 2nd grade, and we were actually pretty good friends. And then she moved, and I guess she moved back when we were in high school because she started going to my high school, and I was talking to another girl that I used to know from 1st grade, and she was like, oh, and she had been standing there the entire time we were having this conversation, and then she goes, oh, by the way, you remember Lauren? And like that girl was just all of a sudden right there in my face, and I was like, I out loud was like, holy fucking shit.
Ground my family to dust. Gave you the good life.
That's funny. Because you recognized her after you heard her name, right, too.
Yeah.
I still feel bad about this, but I had a girl
Sorry, guys.
when I left
No one should.
when I left high school and went to college. My first year of college was when like Facebook was really like getting popular, like it first started around that time. And I had this girl add me on Facebook and send me a message, and or no, I sent her a message because she added me on Facebook, and I was like, do I know you? And she's like, yeah, we went to high school together.
Oh.
I felt so bad because apparently we had a class together like not even like a month before, and I didn't remember her.
Oh man, that's a bummer.
No.
I felt really
only
bad.
agreed to meet him because of
Oh,
Harvey.
that's all right. Did you ever talk to her very much?
I don't remember.
A perfect answer.
I don't remember what happened after that. I don't know if we talked or anything.
She's in the room right now.
She's like, hello, can you see me? I'm just like, I don't know.
She lives here. She's like, did you ever watch Doctor Who?
Yes.
She's like those creatures, I can't remember what they're called, but they're creatures that like you see them, but as soon as you look away, you forget you've ever seen them before.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I might have been. She might have loved me, and I just didn't even know she existed. That would be absolutely horrible if that's true.
Oh
I
my
seriously,
gosh.
I hope that's not the case.
Yeah, that would be so much worse.
So fucked up. Ever she added me on Facebook so she could be like, hey, I had a huge crush on you, and I wanted to see if you wanted to go out. Who are you? I've never even heard of you.
Never mind. Goes home and burns her shrine of you.
That remains to be seen. Don't it?
It's probably for the best.
Yeah.
Because I still don't remember who you are. I couldn't even tell you her name if my life depended on it now. I don't remember.
Good grief.
Yeah, it's terrible, but
Yeah. It's okay. I only there's a girl that I dated for a couple weeks that I don't remember her name.
Really?
That was a while ago, but
I
yeah.
got some rocks to collect.
I cannot remember her name.
Cheers.
I think I remember. I can't say definitively that I remember everybody I've dated, because if I forgot somebody, then I wouldn't remember them. But I think I remember everybody that I've dated, even the ones that were short.
Yeah. Same here. I'm pretty sure that I remember everybody that I either dated or kind of had a thing with, but I think there's only one girl that I don't actually remember her name.